I don't normally do breakdowns because there's a lot of information on the channel about a variety of fights. But this one is different because it's boxing, so yeah. But the only time I'm going to go live will be for reactions after fights, including this one. But as far as doing breakdowns, I don't think I'll be doing this very often. Just that this is a bit of a unique situation. Yeah, let's get to it. Um, I made this stream largely because I felt like a lot of people were counting Francis Ngannou out, which I felt like was unfair because I wouldn't compare him to Conor McGregor or Nate Diaz or what do you call him, Ben Askren, or what do you call him, Tyrone Woodley. I wouldn't compare him to any of those people because his story is a little bit different. When Francis Ngannou went to France, if I'm not mistaken, he went there with the purpose of becoming a boxer. He didn't go there to become an MMA fighter. I don't know if a lot of people know about that, but when Francis Ngannou traveled from Cameroon to what do you call it, to France, is it? Yeah, I think so. He went there to become a boxer. It was because of his boxing that someone, one of his coaches, his initial coaches, saw the potential he had and advised him to cross over to MMA because it had a little bit of money, so he could actually be a lot successful, a lot more quicker in MMA as opposed to him trying to make it in boxing, which was significantly harder. Which is true because if you compare, for example, any other sport, um, let's say, for example, soccer, if someone wants to become a soccer star, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for them to become that particular star in soccer than it is if someone wants to become an MMA fighter. So I think it made a lot of sense for Francis Ngannou to actually start as an MMA athlete as opposed to starting as a boxer because that's significantly harder. I think Demetrius Johnson explained it a little bit more better because everyone in boxing is good at boxing from the bottom to the champion. Every single person is good at boxing. In MMA, you can be good at one particular style, and that could be enough to get you to the top. So take for example Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel is not a striker, but he managed to get to where he is despite the fact that he is not really good at striking. Put him in a boxing ring, it's not going to go well for him. So it's a lot more easier to become an athlete, what do you call it, an MMA athlete, to be specific, than a boxer. So I wouldn't compare Francis Ngannou to any of the MMA fighters who've tried to box, like Conor McGregor or Nate Diaz or Ben Askren or Tyrone Woodley. That's number one. Number two, I've seen videos of people claiming that Francis Ngannou is a little bit slow, he doesn't look good, and all those type of things. Guys, we are MMA fans, guys. Like, there's footage of Francis Ngannou fighting. Go watch his previous fights. I don't think he looks slow at all. I sincerely do not agree with the fact that Francis Ngannou looks slow. Maybe in training, maybe that's a strategy that he uses. Maybe it's a strategy to make Tyson Fury think he's slow, and maybe he might take him for granted or something like that. And also another thing is, I think Tyson Fury is actually respecting Francis Ngannou. People were going crazy and calling it disrespectful, including Francis Ngannou. He was saying no, Tyson Fury booking a fight with Usyk, already signing a contract and all those type of things is a little bit disrespectful to him. But to me, I don't think it's disrespect. It's actually showing respect to Francis Ngannou, because I think the main reason why Tyson Fury signed that particular fight before even fighting Tyson Fury is because he wants to make sure that he gets the opportunity to actually fight for the unification, or rather to get the unification fight, even if it happens that he loses to Francis Ngannou. So to me, it looks a little bit more like respect as opposed to Tyson Fury actually being disrespectful to Francis Ngannou. If you look at it, to me, that's how it looks. Because it doesn't make sense for you to sign another fight while you have an upcoming fight. If you're that confident that you're going to win, then you're not going to try and secure the next fight after that. To me, it looks like, man, just in case I lose, you've signed a contract, we're going to fight. To me, that's how it looks. So back to what I was saying, I think Francis Ngannou stands a bigger chance of winning than a lot of people give him credit for. Of course, Tyson Fury is one of the best boxers in history. He's one of the best boxers in the world. And I would be stupid to say, well, no, it's going to be an equally matched fight, because that's not going to be the case. But Tyson Fury will obviously have the decided advantage when it comes to experience, when it comes to skill, and all those type of things. There's no way Francis is going to be able to accumulate enough boxing skills in such a short period of time in order to outclass Tyson Fury. But Francis Ngannou has an equalizer. We all know it. It's the knockout power. And I feel like with improved boxers, which I think he has, especially training with Mike Tyson, you obviously have to get better. There's no way he's not going to get better. So obviously training with someone like that is going to make you a little bit better as a boxer. So I significantly think that despite the fact that it's a slight chance, I think Francis Ngannou will pull off the upset. Also because I feel like, which is one of the reasons, or rather one of the criteria I use in order to pick fights. I pick fights, I make predictions, I make analysis for my channel. So one of the things that I use in order to determine or to decide who I think is going to win in a specific fight, specifically in MMA, because that's what I know. I don't know a lot about boxing. I know MMA. That's why my channel, like, I average about between 70 to 90%, prediction accuracy. Sometimes, let's say 70 to 80%. Let's not say 90, because 90 happens sometimes. So between 70 to 80%, that's what my channel averages in terms of prediction accuracy. So, which is really not bad. I'm trying to improve it to 100%, but that's a story for another day. So, one of the things that I use in order to analyze fights is to look at how much someone wants to win. That's one of the most important things that I look at when I analyze who I think is going to win. Because a lot of people don't know this, but I don't look at footage. I don't look at tape when I make analysis for predicting fights and all those type of things. Despite the fact that I get 70 to 80%, I don't look at fights. I don't look at footage. You don't see me going to people's previous fights and looking at how they fight. No. I use information. I analyze information and I analyze personality. That's what gets me the 70 to 80%. Maybe if I start watching tape on these particular fighters, maybe I'll get that 100% that I'm looking for, prediction accuracy. But for now, I'm using only character analysis and the statistics analysis. Not just striking accuracy and all those type of things. There are other things that I take into consideration, but I never watch tape on people. So one of the things that I look at is how much does someone want to win, and I think Francis wants to win a lot more than Tyson Fury, in my personal humble opinion. I think Francis wants this a lot more than Tyson Fury. I can respect the fact that based on what I was saying in the beginning of this particular stream, is that I think Tyson Fury is also respecting Francis Ngannou by actually booking another fight before he actually has a fight which is already upcoming. So to me, that was respect, right? So I don't think Tyson Fury is taking Francis Ngannou lightly, but I still feel like Francis Ngannou wants this a little bit more, and that's one of the reasons why I chose him. I picked him to win that particular fight. If you haven't seen my picks, go through my channel, videos and shorts. You'll see my pick. So yeah, that's basically my pick, and that's my breakdown and my reasoning behind. Obviously, I can't say everything, but for the most part, that's why I feel like Francis Ngannou has a significant chance. I don't like the idea that he doesn't have even the slightest chance to actually win, because we all know he actually does. Go watch his previous fights. Anyone who's saying Francis Ngannou is slow, go watch Francis's previous fights, guys. Like, let's not act like we haven't seen this guy fight, please. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the stream. I know I've noticed from the previous stream that there are connection problems. The stream freezes sometimes and all those type of things. I'm working on resolving that. I'd like to go live a little bit more. I'm trying to find reasons to, but I can't do breakdowns like when there's so much information on the channel. I feel like, you guys will get bored, of me trying to do so much. So there's already so much information on the channel. I'm only doing a breakdown for this particular fight because there isn't a lot of information on it. So we have to go off of what we think. Obviously, we all know that Tyson is a better boxer, but there's a lot more involved, in that particular fight. So yeah, I'll see you guys maybe if I decide there's something else I want to talk about. But other than that, you're going to see me every single week. I'll try to find an alternative to using a phone, just that it's a lot easier. I can do this while I'm at work and all those type of things. But I'll try to make sure that I get like a proper horizontal, camera to actually do this. But as far as me going live, it's going to be, as I said on my previous stream, every single week after every card, after every pay-per-view, fight night, whatever it is, even including this upcoming boxing fight. But I'm going to only react to the main event, not the whole card. I'm not a boxing fan. I'm only watching this because Francis Ngannou is one of my favorite fighters. So that's the only reason. So, but other than that, I'm going to wholly, actually, I'm going to focus on MMA. I'm going to focus on UFC. Hopefully, maybe eventually I'll expand it to other organizations like One Championship, because I think One is an incredible organization. So maybe eventually I'll expand to that. But for now, my focus is on the UFC. So every single week, a day or 2 days after that, I'm going to react. You guys can tell me if you want me to do breakdowns, I'll do them, but I feel like there's so much information on the channel that it's going to become useless. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. There are issues with the stream, I know. I'm working on fixing them. Thank you for watching. Sharp, sharp. Bye.